So it seems like the big flagship hero of the DCU, Superman himself, Henry Cavill, has not only had talks with Marvel Studios about a role, but has accepted one. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys who I think Henry Cavill could play in the Marvel Universe, but most importantly, I want to know what you guys think. So leave a comment down below before this video even starts letting me know who you think Henry Cavill should play in the MCU. Also, I want to thank you guys, yes, you watching, personally, for watching my videos and hitting subscribe, because we are almost at 1,000 subs. It just means so much to me. So if you're new and you could hit that button and the like button, it helps me out more than you could ever know and means so much to me. But let's get into Henry Cavill and who I think he's going to play. First, let's talk about the character that most people are considering, and that is Captain Britain. Captain Britain is a character that I'm not all too familiar with, but I can understand why Henry Cavill said he wanted to play this character and why people may fan cast him as this character. Essentially a Captain America, but for Britain. We know Henry Cavill is built like crazy. He is British, so I think it's going to fit very well if they go this route. But I think if you're hiring Henry Cavill, someone who played Superman in the past, you're going to want to give him more of a prominent sort of popular character that isn't as obscure as Captain Britain. Maybe he is more popular than I'm leading on, but as far as I'm concerned, Captain Britain is more of a B tier character, where if you have Henry Cavill, you probably want to give him an A tier or up. And I'm not saying that if he plays Captain Britain that would be bad. I think he would be great in the role. I'm just saying that I think there is another character who he would do much better as. Up next, let's talk about the mutants. A lot of people, myself included, could see Henry Cavill play the MCU 616 universe version of Wolverine. We know we're getting Wolverine back in the Deadpool and Wolverine film, but that's Hugh Jackman, and I don't think Marvel Studios is going to have Hugh Jackman be the mainstay Marvel Wolverine. I think he's going to be around for Deadpool. I think he's going to be around for the Avengers movies, especially Secret Wars, but when the time comes to pass the baton, which Hugh Jackman kind of already did with Logan, but is getting another send-off with Deadpool and Wolverine and beyond, I think there's going to be a new actor playing Wolverine, and I think Henry Cavill could pull it off. He has the physique. He is a little bit tall to play Wolverine, but I don't think that's a deal breaker, as Hugh Jackman is a little taller than the comic accurate Wolverine, and look at how good of a job he did. I can totally see Henry Cavill playing Wolverine, but I think there's another mutant that he would kill it as. And this is my #1 pick for who I think Henry Cavill should play, and that is Scott Summers' Cyclops. The essentially unsung hero of the X-Men in regards to the latest movie adaptations and the original movie adaptations. This character is going to be leading the X-Men in the upcoming X-Men 97 universe, which is the animated show continuing off the 90s cartoon. Now that Professor X is gone, Scott Summers, or Cyclops, is going to have to lead this group and be the character that a lot of people know him as in the comics. In the films, we didn't really get that. Scott was really a side character in those stories, so I think they need to do Scott Summers justice here and have Cyclops be the main X-Men, or X-Man. And with that being said, having Henry Cavill move over from Superman, the leader of the Justice League and essentially the most powerful superhero, to come over into the Marvel Universe and play such a leader role, it would be great and it would translate super well. We also have the love triangle between Jean Grey, Scott Summers, and Wolverine, and that being played out in the MCU is probably going to happen, if not for a while. I think Henry Cavill would be a perfect Scott Summers. He definitely has the build, and I definitely think he could pull off that leadership role again. Now, on the villain side of things, I've seen people suggest that he could possibly play Doctor Doom. In fact, I think I saw some rumors that him and Cillian Murphy were in talks to play the role, but it looks like they haven't casted him yet, as Doctor Doom is going to have a very small role in the Fantastic Four film next year. Potentially a post-credit scene or last 5 minutes of the movie type thing. So if he is going to be playing Doctor Doom, we're probably not going to know. In fact, I wouldn't want to know until I saw the movie. I don't want this getting out beforehand. But if I have to be completely honest, I would prefer Cillian Murphy playing Doctor Doom over Henry Cavill. That's just my preference. And I'm not saying Henry Cavill would be bad as Doctor Doom. I think he could put in a great performance. He has the look for it as well, and I think he would be very menacing behind that mask, being the technically most powerful character in all of Marvel if they go the way that Secret Wars potentially heads. And it would be interesting to see Henry Cavill play a villain role, but I think he's just too good to be a villain. I'm still thinking about him playing Scott Summers, and I just feel like it's a perfect casting. At the moment, a lot of people seem to think Marvel doesn't have a main character in the MCU, and I personally disagree with that, because we have not only Spider-Man, but Doctor Strange and Captain America, and the street level Marvel heroes are going off right now. I actually just watched Punisher for the first time, and that was great. But bringing in a high caliber and high profile actor such as Henry Cavill after his fallout with DC when they said he would return as Superman and then changed their mind at the last minute, I think it would be a big win for Marvel to pull over DCEU's biggest star and turn him into a Marvel hero. So down in the comments, let me know who you think Henry Cavill should play in the MCU. I read every single comment. I most likely will respond, so get those ideas down there, and I will see you all very soon for the Bad Batch release tomorrow.